Hi, everyone. I'm Sam here at the Humane Society of Northeast Georgia, and you all know Kevin.
Yep.
We are here today to teach you a little bit about our adoption angel lock-in as a possum penmate. And you want to take it from here?
Yeah, sure. So as you may already know, Bale raising starts August 26th and it goes all the way to September 30th. The lock-in days will be specific, which you'll see on the next slide here. So the lock-in days that if you signed up to be in a kennel at the HSNEGA on Thursday, September 22nd, 23rd, or 24th, those days will be from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. each day. Obviously, we would like for you to stay the whole entire day because those are the biggest fundraising days for this event. But if you have to leave, you can leave. Still, you don't have to actually stay in the kennel for that full time. But we obviously want you to stay as long as possible because you don't really get to experience something like this. People don't usually get to experience what a rescue goes through on a daily basis of just being locked in a kennel for 23 plus hours a day. So the longer you can stay, the better for both the rescues who get interaction with you and for your fundraising efforts as well. But let's go to the next page. If you haven't already done this, you might have got a notification after you signed up, but this is our private group for just penmates. We'll be posting all kinds of things in here right now. Sam it's logged into Sam's Facebook, but so she hasn't joined obviously, so she can, oh, there you go, she just joined, but you have signed up, so go ahead and click yes. So these are just the things that you'll get when you go and ask to join the group. After you click that, we'll admit you into the group, but we'll be posting updates, we'll be posting fun little tips and tricks, some competition stuff through there as well. It's just a fun way to get to know your other penmates, learn from them because there are people who have done it in the past already, and you can learn what things they did to be able to raise their Bale. So it's just a fun time to go in and just interact with everybody and also learn how to best fundraise during the event. So make sure you go join that group if you haven't already.
And we do, like you said, a little fun friendly competition.
Yeah, make sure you turn on those notifications so you get notified every single time something gets posted in that group. So now this is going to be your fundraising page. So this is going to be where you're going to be spending the majority of your time during your fundraiser. So if you actually go up to the top right, click fundraisers, and then we're going to go into my page. So this is my page right now. This is what your page is going to look like. Actually, let me go ahead and log into it here. I'm going to try and do this real quickly, but so we can see what it looks like on the back end. So K-Wells.
We're all gonna know Kevin's
password. And then it's yeah, I'll just go ahead and type it out. We don't want to share it. Okay. I didn't remember it.
Oopsies.
Okay.
You didn't erase the very first letter, by the way. Just never mind.
Oh, let's see. I'll have Heather crop this out. What is my password? I guess I should have logged into this beforehand.
I didn't think about it.
Neither did I. Definitely can't tell if your thing's caps lock. So I guess I have to shift it. Well, where is it? Where does it tell you if it's caps locks?
It doesn't.
Oh, well, shit. I don't know if I can shift or not. Okay.
This is gonna be fun for Heather. Hi, Heather. Yay!
Okay. Okay, so after you log in, just by going up here to the top right and clicking login, this is what your page is going to look like on the back end of your fundraising. So this is where you're going to be able to edit everything from your profile picture. You can change your like title. This is what don't laugh at me. This is your page title. They make it a part of it, but you can delete that if you want. If you don't want that to be there, This is going to be your goal that we set for you. This what you signed up with, and you can change that anytime too. You can change it if you reach your, say I reach my $500 goal. I can change my goal to then $1,000 if I wanted to continue fundraising. And you should until the end of the fundraising on September 30th. But right here is also your appeal story. So why did you want to do this event? Why do you want to fundraise for the rescues? And so this is just the generic one that we add in to all pages when we create it, but you can change this to be as personal as you want. If you have a history with HSNUGA or with adopting from here, or if like your rescues mean so much to you that you just want to help other rescues find forever homes, whatever that story is, you can add that in here. And then if you keep on scrolling down, this is where all your donations will pop up. So anybody that has donated to you, their donations will pop up here, so you can always see who has donated to you. And then this is just a general about our campaign, the Adoption Angel Lock-in. So you can also go right here, click on settings. You can change all of your stuff here. You can add your address if you need to. You can go to the My Page section. This is where you're going to change your goal. You just click edit, change it right here. You can also change your appeal story in the back end right here as well. And then if you join a team, which I am a part of a team, we have a HSNUGA staff team here. But if you're a part of the team, you can go in here. I'm the admin, so I can edit it. So if you create a team with your family members, your coworkers, you can edit it in the back end right here as well. And then you can also view your donations in the back end. Obviously, I don't have any donations yet, but you can also view them there. And we definitely recommend if you have coworkers or family members or just friends that you want to raise money with for the rescues, compete against each other, create fun little competitions. I know like during fantasy football, if you lose in fantasy football, or you could say for this one, you get the lowest amount of money raised, you could do some fun little punishments for them as well. But yeah, so that's how you're going to edit all that. And then you can actually go up here to the top right and click on My Page, My Team Donations and Settings as well, so you can easily access it.
And we make this page for them, right?
Yep, we'll make this page for you. You'll receive an email from me with your login information and going into it, and just like some tips of how to edit it as well. But this is good for you to know right now, so you can just go in easily and access it and make those edits yourself. But just a general thing, so going to fundraisers, this is where you'll see all the other fundraisers a part of Adoption Angel Lock-ins, and you can also click up here to see the other teams that will be a part of it. And then just the general donation. And then if you want to be a kennel sponsor, which we'll talk about a little bit more later, but you can see all the different kennel sponsors that are a part of this event. But let's go back to the slideshow.
And we do ask that you don't change your password, so that during the event we can update stuff for you. Because if you go in and change the password that we give generically to you, we won't be able to do that for you and help you out. So
yeah, exactly.
Keep your password, please. All right, so how do you fundraise? I say fundraise because it's fun. There's a couple of things that we will give you all of these tools, but we like to explain them too. So social media is a huge part of this campaign. It's really one of the main things that people see it online. So we encourage you to post on your personal social media account, so your friends and family can see it, and it allows their pages. What does that say? Oh, I'm sorry. It increases how many people will see what you're doing. So obviously posting as much as possible, and making sure that you add your donation link, and you can even add a donation button to the post, and choose the Humane Society, and we can attribute that to your page on the back end.
And so when we will send you your link to your fundraising page as well when we create it, and that's what you're going to be putting and copying and pasting into everything, so people can find your page and easily donate to it. But having that donate button just on the post can sometimes be easier for somebody. They can just click that button. You just set it to get donations sent to us, and we'll attribute it to your page later on.
Yeah, Emails too. So emails are super important. So if you have a list of, emails, friends, family, it could be coworkers, even sending emails with photos of yourself being locked up, which we'll talk about that in a second too. But using that photo is super important because it always is more interesting to people and it captures their attention when they get an email. And don't always forget to always use your link anywhere you're posting or emailing, whatever the case is. Just make sure you get that link in there so people have a place to actually give. Text messages, I would say, is probably the most successful method of getting donations during the event, throughout the entire month, really. Because if you think about it, a text message is pretty much 100% open rate, meaning everyone's going to open it. And even if they don't decide to give, they at least saw it. So I know that I use texting as a major part of my fundraising, and in person too. So if you're telling people about what you're doing, you can collect cash or checks and bring them by the shelter or bring them on your day of, and we can add that into the back end of your page as well. So telling everybody as many ways as possible about what you're doing is super important. Gathering content. So you actually are gonna, is this the part about the picture? Yeah.
Yeah, so you will already see it after you sign up in the email that you receive after signing up. There's a link to go sign up. I just said sign up a lot, but you can actually then go sign up to get a picture with the rescue here at the shelter before the event. We definitely encourage this because it gives you a connection with one of our rescues here who you can talk about after meeting them, and then it can also be put onto your actual profile picture on your fundraising page, and then you can also share them on your social media. So if you haven't already signed up to come in to take a picture with a rescue, make sure you go to that email that you probably also click to see this from, to go back to that email and sign up to come in and get a picture, because those are definitely really important, adding a picture to anything. Whether that's even a connection with your rescues, you can post a picture of your rescues as well if you don't have time to come in. But having those pictures definitely brings a lot more to your, we say, appeal to get people to donate to your fundraising page.
Yeah, so always use photos, and we'll give you stock, sort of our own stock photos that you can use as well. But like Kevin says, having that personal connection is always better, because then your people will recognize you and be more likely to read what you're posting about. Copying, pasting the link, always have that link available. So a little trick that we all do is I write up a little message that I'm going to use for every single person. So, it might say something like, help me out of jail, which captures people's attention, and kind of explain the event. And I actually write it all out and I save it in the notes of the notes app of my phone, along with the link at the bottom. So all you have to do is select all of that and copy it. And you can copy and paste it into emails. You can copy and paste it into a text message or onto a post. So we recommend putting it in some sort of notes app on your phone or computer or both, so that you can have that handy. And were you going to say something?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I mean, we'll send you all these templates, which we'll talk a little bit more about in a few slides, but we'll send you stuff. So like text message write-ups, we'll send you email things that you can copy and paste and just use for your own. So you don't really have to think too much. I mean, we obviously think it's the best to add your personal side of things, but if you can't think of anything and just want to use what we have given you, that's perfectly okay. You can also go to our website, the website that your fundraising page is on, and use the verbiage that you see from there to create your posts. So,
and there's fun outfits. I meant to mention that earlier. So when you come get your picture, we actually have a couple cute outfits, or if you want to come dressed up, you can too. But yeah, bail raising starts the 26th. That's actually National Dog Day, so we always start the lock-in on National Dog Day. But yeah, we really encourage you to come in and get this photo.
Yeah, so these are the photos that we're talking about. You can come in to the shelter before the event and choose a rescue. And then when you do come in to take a picture, that won't be the rescue that you're necessarily locked up with on your day of participation. If you are doing in person and not virtual, that's just the rescue that you'll be promoting, because it also helps the rescues get adopted, because you're promoting them as well, not just us. So you can promote them out to your friends and family. So hopefully they'll get adopted quicker by you promoting them. So day of, we'll choose a rescue for you to be locked up with, but up until then, you're just promoting that rescue that you come in and take a picture with. So
these are just more examples.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so during the actual event, we really encourage that you take pictures and videos while you're in the actual kennel. So these are example photos. We actually, the lady on the left fell asleep with her rescue, which was super sweet, and someone snapped that photo and she was able to use it to help fundraise too. So we will be around the whole time to take pictures of you, so we can get the picture for you, or you can take selfies, but taking pictures in the actual kennel on the days you're locked up is really important.
And that's why we say it's the biggest fundraising days for us, because you're actually in the kennel. You'll be able to take a picture with the rescue, do a Facebook Live, just do a quick video, shoot it out and put it on your Instagram stories, put it on Facebook, send a text message to your friends, following up with them, because that's really important too when fundraising, is following up with people who haven't donated. So don't rule them out just because they have donated. Whatever you can do to reach your goal, we definitely recommend trying to just reach out to everybody when you're in the kennel, because you have that opportunity to take those pictures and videos while you're here. So
all right, so the most important thing you can do is to add the why to your messaging when you're fundraising. So like Kevin said, we've given you these generic reasons on your pages of what the event's about, why you might be doing it, but adding your specific story to that really makes a connection with people. So even if you have a sad story, it can be a happy story, sad story, whatever the case is, just adding the why to it, why you're fundraising, why you're a part of this event, can really, really help you connect with your friends and family and coworkers whenever you're asking them for money. So definitely be creative. And these are some examples of posts that we've done in the past. So as you can see, you can be super simple, like I'm being locked up for good on blah, blah, blah date. Here's my link. This one, you actually can put your goal into the messaging. So that is really helpful too. So you can even put like, I've only got $200 more to go. So if 20 of you give $10, I'll be there. That kind of thing can be helpful, just getting creative with it. There's me from a couple years ago, which I just kind of mentioned this, but yeah, if you just put in your goal, but also add in how much more you have to go, that can be really helpful in getting people to give. So Kevin kind of mentioned this too, but we encourage you to go live the day of the event. Like he said, when you're in that kennel, it's just so much more impactful to show that. And if you're not comfortable with a live, you can do a video or even just a photo. But if you're comfortable doing live videos on social media, we really highly recommend doing it in the kennel. It's very impactful, and we love seeing our feeds filled with that all day long. And if you don't know how, we'll show you how. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll be here. So whenever you do post, make sure you tag us so we know that you're out there doing it. We might even be able to share it on our socials, so people can see your fundraiser and go out and donate to you too. But and then if this is if you're a virtual Penmate, just a general example, if you're not coming in, these are some of the templates that you may receive as well for posting, just general posts, but always making sure you have that link in there. I think we said that enough.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to know that you should always have your link inside of your post, text, emails, whatever it may be. And also another really fun tip, I'm not sure if we have it in here, but creating a match is a really good one. So basically what a match is you say that you're going to give you're going to match up to the next $500 in donation. So their donation is doubled or is matched. So their donation means more to the rescues, because by them giving $25, you're matching that $25, making it $50. So making sure that their donation means a lot, but you're also receiving donations for rescues. So that's a really good fundraising tool that you can use to help raise your goal and raise money for the rescues. So
if you're willing to do that, or if you just happen to be a sponsor as well, you can utilize that sponsorship as a match too. because we add that to your page if you do both. So
Yeah.
And matches always work.
Yeah. And this is just another thing that you can do is just sharing a touching story. Like if you have a touching story specifically with our rescues, if you're a volunteer. This one specifically, a couple years back, one of our volunteers, Lori, unfortunately passed away, and we actually dedicated the Adoption Angel Lock-in that year to her in her memory. But, you know, sharing that type of story where like you have it, I just got choked up. Excuse me. But you just have that connection with somebody maybe at the shelter or even just the rescues in general. Just making sure you're sharing that why you're doing it and that touching story that you may have to raise that money.
And so when you're in the kennel, we always like to warn people the day of and before. Sometimes it can be a little sad. It's kind of like an humbling experience. Because like Kevin said earlier, you're seeing what the dogs are going through animals are going through every single day. So if you're comfortable, some people have even videoed themselves getting upset, talking about that feeling. And sadness does work when in fundraising. And in the end, what you're doing is helping the animals. So it can be happy or sad, but if you're comfortable, you know, just really showing that emotion, whatever it may be, while you're here and share what you're experiencing, it can really help you fundraise.
Yeah. And this is just a general email example that you can use when reaching out to people through email. I'll let you read that, but email tips, you know, don't hesitate to send a few follow-ups because people receive a lot of emails. So they may not see the first one, or, you know, maybe it went into a spam folder for some reason. You can also go to people again, say that you've just reached your milestone of 50% of the way there. Just reach back out to them and say, hey, I'm 50% of the way there. Can you help me get the rest? Or and just making sure that they know where you're at. You can just keep them updated with how your fundraising goal is going so far. So, and then some text examples that you can use as well. You can pause it for both before the event, during the event, and following up. So you can pause it and use these text messages for your own fundraising.
And yeah, so Kevin mentioned this, not only should you follow up with your people who've given so that they might give again, but it's super important to thank them. As I'm sure you know, all of our moms have taught us that, but make sure you're thanking your people more than one time. And like he said, you can keep them up to date. Even if you don't want to ask again, just giving them that update might prompt them to do so. But it's also just nice for them to know what's going on. So we encourage you to update your people as often as possible.
Yes.
So for sponsorships, where's the middle thing?
I don't know. The image disappeared.
So we do have sponsorship opportunities. We call them our guardian angels. So these are some of the things that you get as a sponsor. You get it to be on our website, our Facebook, all of the social media. You're on e-newsletter communications, and then also sometimes mentioned on our partnerships with the media. Oh, there it is. So
okay.
You can become a sponsor. Anybody can. It could be a business. It could be an individual. And with that sponsorship, you get this really amazing sign. This is just a generic one that has our rescues, but we put a picture of you or your logo. Forgot we had these on the actual thing. But this is an example of one that will hang on the kennel for an entire year. So you become a guardian angel for a year, and that kennel is your kennel. So this was one in memory that was given. And then we also, all of our sponsorships, they range from $250 to $10,000. And every different level gets you in a different room. So there's opportunities to name an entire room for a certain amount, which is really cool. So if you'd like to become a guardian angel, you can definitely reach out to me or Kevin, and we can get you in on your sign.
But yeah,
and that's it.
Yeah, we just wanted to thank you so much for being a Penmate this year. I mean, we're really excited. We think this year is going to be the best year yet. I don't even think we mentioned our goal this year is $120,000. Last year we did 115,000, so we're hoping to beat that.
Yep.
Go a little bit further. So, and that's all thanks to you for signing up and being a part of the event this year. I mean, we couldn't raise this money without you. So thank you so much for being a part of it.
Thank you for being locked up for good.
Exactly. Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.